After all that positioning, my head is still cut off. Here we go. As you know, I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Hi, Donnies. Welcome back to my channel. I don't. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. This is my first time ever going live. I don't know what I'm doing. As I said that like 50 million times. I tried to preset this and it didn't work out so well. So I hope you guys can hear me. I don't see anybody in the chat. So I'm going to just talk to myself as I normally do when I'm just filming because nobody's here. So let me just keep it real. Oh, let me give my introduction. Hi, Donnies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. You're helping this disabled by watching my fables, so I don't have to beg you. And if you would like to donate to my channel, I'm going to have to put it in the chat. So give me a moment because I'm fresh out the box in this going live thing. So give me just a moment. Oh. Oh. I wanted this video to only probably be 30 minutes to an hour, but we'll see. How come I don't see? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. Really? Oh, here we are. Okay. And okay, so what's going on with me? Like I said, I'm going to be real. I took some notes. So let's see. And I don't know if anybody hear me because nobody's there. Anyway, I'm gonna stop saying that. So back in 2014, as you know, my mom passed. And then after my mom passed, I was kicked out of her apartment. So I was homeless for a moment. I kind of felt like pursuit of happiness. I had a job, but nowhere to live. And then eventually I did find somewhere to live. And so I was able to find this little house, which I loved that little house. Oh, and I was in California at that time. Then, for some reason, my back was just getting worse and worse. I had a car accident in 2007, which caused injury to my neck, upper back, and low back. And then in 2014, my back was getting worse where I could hardly move and function or pick things off the ground or reach or look up or anything like that. So I filed for disability. In the midst of filing for disability, I had no income because you can't work when you file for disability because that's the whole point of filing for disability, right? So I ended up staying with a church member's house, and the way it was set up in California, California is so lovely. They have so many resources, which I wish I never left California, but we'll explain that in a minute. So the resources they have in California, when you're filing for disability and you're waiting for your case to go through, you can get general relief, which is like $192 a month. Of course, food stamps, you get Medi-Cal, or in other words, Medicaid. So your medical's covered. You get medical transportation. You get in-home health care when the doctor says that you need in-home health care. You also can get $500 towards your rent, and once you get your disability, you have to pay that back. So I'm sure you guys are asking, how did I get to Georgia and why did I leave California? Well, in 2016, I was dating this guy. It didn't work out, and it was just getting so tired of the breakup that I moved to Vegas for a moment. And I moved in with my dad, and I kind of understand why I'm single. And we'll talk about that another time. But a lot of things made sense when I moved in with my dad. Anyway, I was talking to one of my friends in Georgia who we had known since 2008, known each other since 2008, that she told me to come to Georgia and see if I liked it. Now, me being the resource queen that I am, that most people tell me some people tease me and tell me I'm Wikipedia because I always find out information. I just keep information in my head that's pertinent to what I need to know. That's all. Anyway, um, so I looked up all the resources in Georgia and I thought, oh, okay, they have the similar resources, but I didn't read the fine print. The fine print is you can't get Medicaid in Georgia until the federal government deems you as disabled. And since my case is pending, I couldn't get any medical, which was very disheartening. And yeah, which I definitely need medical. Anyhow, I had signed up for, what did I sign up for? Was it healthcare.gov? And at the time, they were telling me I didn't qualify because I have no money, right? And they were like, oh, well, here's a list of free clinics. Try them out. And at the time, I was going to the free clinic, and pretty much all they could do was give me medication. But hey, at least I can get free medication. Don't forget watching the video about the I don't know which way to point about the Preels, wherever it's going to be up here on the screen somewhere, in the replay. So I was able to get my medication, which was cool. And then one day I went to the free clinic and they were saying, oh, what's your problems? And I was like, well, somehow my knee and my ankle decided to join the back party. I didn't ask them to join the back injury party, but they did. So the free clinic said they had a doctor that can look at my knee. And that doctor happened to be through Northside. So that was a blessing. So in the midst of my traumas, there are blessings. So it's not all depressing, even though going through it is depressing, and we'll get to that in a minute. With that said, I was able to see the knee doctor, and he gave me a cortisone shot, and he sent me to physical therapy. He wanted to give me another shot, but they said that wasn't covered under the financial assistance program. Since I was going to the knee doctor, I was also thinking, well, since they can refer me to a knee doctor, how come they can't refer me to a back doctor? Because my main issue is my back. And so long story short, 6 months later or 8 months later, I don't want to go into all the dramatics that it took me to finally get a back doctor. When I finally got a back doctor or orthopedic surgeon, he asked me who my physical care doctor was, or what do you call it? PCP, physical care physician was. And I was like, just the free clinic. And then it just dawned on me, oh, well, now that I'm under Northside's financial assistant, why don't I get a PCP? Duh. I was just so focused on somebody work on my back, I didn't even think about the overall. So like I said, there's blessings through the trauma that I am now under Northside Financial Assistance Program, so I can get somebody to look at my knee, get somebody to look at my back. I'm able to go to aquatherapy and what else? Oh, and I've had 3 series of facet blocks, and they help a little bit, but if I do too much, I'm have to lay back down on the floor because it just hurts too much to do activities, just regular basic activities like, well, I'm gonna be real, like washing up. That hurts. And then after I wash up, I have to lay down for 30 minutes until I recover, until the pain cease. Anyway, where are my notes? What else is there? So I'm just going to keep this short and brief because I prayed about it yesterday with my Bible Talk leader, so I'm not going to go into all the details that I wanted to go into because I wanted to really tell the real deal of how I was feeling, but I feel a little better now. I am hurt and I'm working through forgiveness, but where I was staying, it started getting real tense. I'll just say it like that. I guess I overstayed my welcome and they wanted me to go. I was living there semi free of charge. I bought groceries with my food stamps. Oh, yeah, you can get food stamps in Georgia. That's about it. Oh, the thing about Georgia I didn't explain. Well, I did. I said the federal government hasn't deemed me a disabled yet, so I couldn't get any medical. Um, and then disability had denied me. They basically, my thing to overcome with disability, even though I can barely function in what do those people call vocational rehabs that I can only work 30 minutes a day, they still say there's things that I should be able to do. Basically, the biggest thing is because I'm not over 50. I have a long work history. I've been working since I was 15. And I have 3 degrees, so they figure I should be able to do something. Now, there is one job I can do since most of my days are spending laying on the floor, and I don't mean that kind of job. But they have that job where you can cuddle people. I just don't trust it though. I'm like, what keeps them from catching, hormones arousing? How do you cuddle people and it doesn't go any further? Because that just seems weird. So I don't trust it. But that probably is the only job I probably could do without pain. So with me being denied for disability, I mean, I refiled and everything. I was just very depressed in the trauma at the place I was living and just a lot of stuff. I had suicidal thoughts, so I checked myself into the hospital. Once I came out of the hospital, where I was staying was basically saying I can't stay there anymore. And the hospital said they were going to send me to a transitional housing. But where I was, that wasn't a transitional housing. It was pretty much she was just taking people's money. I mean, she was charging $700 a month. Who, lady? But in my desperation, I needed somewhere to live, and thank goodness that my aunt paid at least 2 months for me to stay there, and then the church paid another month for me to stay there. And then after that, I was like, "This, I just can't afford to be here." Plus, there was just a lot of, whoo, it's too soon to talk about. I got to come down from. It was tense. It was a lot of unnecessary drama that just didn't need to be there. So let me see. Is that the short version of all my drama? I got to look at my notes. So we talked about LA, the transitional housing. Okay, well, this is going to be a short video. However, in the midst of people dropping me by the wayside and who I thought were close to me and hurt my feelings, and I kept trying to be reminded of Joseph and Job. Joseph was left for dead. He was sold into slavery. He got sexual harassment charges on him. He was left in a prison, and then he became second in line to Pharaoh. So I'm always trying to be reminded of what people do for evil, God can turn it into good. Now, logically, I understand all this. Emotionally, ooh, that's a fight. Talking about the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. My goodness. Okay. So, in the midst of my trauma, I didn't know where I was going to be staying after not being able to stay in the traditional housing, but it's pretty much just a rooming house. By the grace of God, I was able to have my belongings stored at a church member's house. So, amen to that. My case manager at mental health, he says there's a lot of things to overcome to help me get housing since they changed the rules. So he's not able to get me housing at this moment. I do have a lawyer for my disability case. I told my aunt I just needed like some money to update my ID. And then I checked my bank the other day and she sent me way more than I expected. And so I had to call her and I was like, Auntie, did you mean to send me that much? Because I only asked for this much. And she was like, your uncle did it. I was like, well, amen. Well, thank you. So I'm gonna store that away. I'm not touching that because who knows where I'm gonna be. Um right now I'm at another church member's house. By the grace of God, I'm able to stay here at least 3 months, or yeah, at least 3 months, at least till September. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be in October, but let's pray my disability comes through quickly and we don't have to worry about where I'm going to be in September, in October. Lord willing, He'll find me somewhere to go. Last 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, my birthday was a couple weeks ago and people wanted to take me out to dinner and I was like, how about you just get me some storage bins? So I was able to get storage bins instead of them taking me out for my birthday. So that helped me store my belongings and keep them nice and fresh. And I'm just rambling, I don't know what to talk about, I'm just talking. But let's get into YouTube and what I still don't know about YouTube. Evidently I don't know how to go live because I preset this up to go live and it didn't work, and so I had to redo some things. I'm gonna figure it out one day. Now, my thing with YouTube and all these social media sites, now even though I'm pretty much home all day unless I have a doctor's appointment, I am still trying to figure out how y'all manage all these social media sites. I mean, there's Twitter, there's Discord, there's Twitch, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Periscope, there's something else. There's like Tumblr. How do you guys manage all these? I know some people hire people for this, but I don't have money. And like I said, since I don't have any money, and if you catch this on the replay, let me just drop some donation sites in here. If you want to donate to my channel, that would be lovely. Oh, speaking of that, I just happened to look at my Patreon. Oh, yeah, I don't even know how to work Patreon. But I have two Patreons on there, and I just happened to look at my balance, and I was like, "Oh, thank you. I got a little bit of change. That was nice." So you guys, even though I don't know how to work Patreon, you can always subscribe there. That's nice. What's the other thing about YouTube that I don't understand? Where are my notes? And I'm just rambling. Do I have everything? Let's see. One thing I want to know about YouTube, how y'all get them blue headings above your titles? And I don't mean the hashtag blue headings. I mean, literally, like if it's an episode or a series, how do you do that? Somebody answer that question for me. Because I try to ask the YouTube gurus, but they don't seem to. Well, I'm not going to talk about them because they help when you really don't know what you're doing in the beginning. What else don't I know? Pretty much in YouTube, all I know is how to point the camera and talk. At least I know how to edit. I can edit now. So how long have I been on here? Well, I've kept this short. Maybe I'm going to end this at the 10-minute mark because I have nothing else to talk about. I'm going to try this again another time. I do ask that you help me get more subscribers so I can get in the YouTube partnership and get some AdSense. And then from the AdSense, I can get some sponsorship and get some affiliate marketing and what else? Anything that can help me earn some income while I'm stuck at home. Well, Donnies, that's all I had to talk about. This was shorter than I thought it was going to be. And Donnies, as I always say, remember to toast to life because it always makes for a great story. Please check out all my other content on the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about the channel. Like the channel. Share all my other videos. I have 125 videos on YouTube, and I just ask you guys have a great day, and I will see you next week. Bye.